Here I am on June 30, 2022, down in the West Paseo, up in the Old Town Tavern Loft. We are now into the 36th week of major construction. Time now is 5:07 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. It was sprinkling just a little bit ago, but I think it's starting to clear off a little bit. One of the things we can notice right here at the beginning, down here below me, they poured the ramp on this western side of the ramp area. It has been poured, as we can see right there. It's still a little bit dark, but it shows up a little bit there, I think. I think they're planning on pouring some concrete today. I saw a concrete truck coming in just about 5 minutes ago. So I think they do have some a little bit of concern about any possible rain fall this morning when they're trying to pour concrete. So they may delay their concrete pouring just to see what the rain status is, but right now it's very minor. There might be a little bit of sprinkling, but it's very little right now. Sun's starting to come back up in the east over there. You can see some of the monsoon clouds back over there too. So this is what we got going on here. Let me pan around just a little bit. It's still a little bit dark, but I think we can see some stuff here. They've done a lot to prep the ramps. The sort of sidewalk areas here have been prepped for concrete pouring. So they've gotten pretty far along on that. Also, the Old Town Tavern has added a couple of more tables here, I believe. They have a total of 9 of these long tables now, and it looks like they've gotten some new umbrellas in. These red ones, I believe. So this is what we can see down here. I may pause this now and let the sun come up a little bit higher so we can get let me just come in over here. Actually, let me try changing over to my telephoto lens here for a second. All right, here I am on my telephoto lens shooting back over towards the little museum. As you can see there, I believe they've done more prep on those steps for concrete pouring. It looks like all of the actual individual steps have been formed up and are ready to be poured. So I just wanted to show that a little bit here. And they're out there working that whole general area in front of the museum there, where the Winfield Scott statue will come back to, and it looks like they're prepping that up and getting that ready to get the concrete forms set up and whatnot. I believe there'll be some individual areas of concrete and turf there in that center area right there. So I just wanted to shoot a little bit of this, and now I'm going to wait for the sun to come up, and then we'll be able to see things a little bit better down here. I don't know if they're going to do any concrete pouring. The rain appears to have backed off. It was just a light sprinkle really as I arrived here. But this is what we got going on down here now, and I'm going to pause this and see what develops here in the near future. All right. Here I am still up in the Old Town Tavern Loft. I took some time there to shoot a time lapse, which I'll see how much of that I'll use, but you can see they've continued to work on their forms in the area in front of the little museum. As I said earlier, the steps are formed up for concrete pouring. I don't know if they're pouring any concrete down here today. Maybe not. There was one concrete truck that passed down ground, but it might have been moving on towards another part of the site. So this is what is going on down here. I'm going to pan back around. See what we got going on down here in the West Paseo. Like I said earlier, they prepped that part of the walkway there besides what's already poured for pouring, so but I don't think it's totally ready to pour yet. So I'm going to end this up here and then move on around to some other spots. All right. Okay, here I am down in the Old Town Tavern patio area shooting over the fence. You can see that this ramp has been poured here. So that's all fixed up. And back over here, they're continuing to work along this area, getting this fixed up. So making a lot of progress down through here. Down through the patio area here. You can see the new tables that have been fixed up for the Old Town Tavern. They've cut holes through the tables to allow the umbrellas to be placed within the table area, which makes the umbrellas a little more stable on windy days and whatnot. But moving along to getting the Old Town Tavern fixed up here. I'm going to walk on down to Brown in Maine. Sometime in the future, this little section of sidewalk will be torn out here, and this will become a planter area where I'm walking now. Back out here we can see they're working on some forms for this area. I'm going to pour more concrete or something here. We got this lined out for future pouring. So we'll see what happens there. My guess is part of this will be concrete, and maybe part of this will be some kind of paving stones or something that's a little more decorative. But we'll see in the future how that plays out. But they are getting this fixed up today. Alrighty, I'm going to stop this and move on around towards the West Bowl, I think. Alright, here I am moving out of the parking structure towards the West Bowl. They're continuing to work on this building over here, doing demolition back over here on this building, continuing to tear it down. Shoot over the fence here quickly. We're working on tearing that down. This torn out over here. See what's happening over in the West Bowl. This is June 30th, last day of June. Tomorrow will be into July. See back over here, got a lot more trees down in here. And you can see the support poles for the future canopy for the 360-degree stage all set up out in there around the banyan trees. So looks like nearly all the support poles are up for the 360-degree stage. So it's kind of cool. And got some kind of machine truck back over here doing something with a hose. Not sure what that is. But they are making progress all down through here, moving towards getting the 360-degree stage farther along. Yeah, so this is what we got going on down here in the West Paseo. All right, time now is 6:02 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I think I'm going to cut this short here and then move on around to the east end of the project. I think will be my next goal. Alrighty. Alright, here I am down at the City Hall Civic Lawn area. Time is 6:25 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm looking across into the West Bowl area. Again, we can see the support poles for the 360-degree stage that will be set up over there in the distance across the way. There's not a whole lot of activity down here, but we can see they're doing some digging or something back out here in front of the lagoon back over there. Maybe, I don't know, I'm guessing irrigation work or something along those lines. You can see back over here, they've sort of cleaned up the edge of the lagoon, it looks like to my eye there, and got that fixed up, maybe some new piping in there. We pan on back around over to the social hub into the East Bowl area. You can see they're doing more work over here. Prep, probably concrete forms, whatnot. Underground irrigation pipes, whatnot there. So this is what we got going on down here in the City Hall area, Civic Lawn, back over and across the way there. That's what's going on down here. So I'm going to cut this short here and then move on around to the East Bowl and finish up my day back over there. Alrighty. Just a brief little shoot here. You can see they completed their turf work of yesterday over here on this side of the City Hall lawn area, so it gets this all fixed up with their new turf that they've laid out. So we got that all fixed up and ready to go for whatever purpose that is. I don't know if they're changing from a winter grass to a summer grass or something like that, but they do have it fixed up down here, so they got their new turf in already. Right, here I am down in the East Bowl, shooting over the fence. You know what we got going on down here. I don't think it's changed a whole lot since my last trip down here. I do believe they've moved some of the trees out that he had stockpiled back over across the way, moved those out. Those may be the trees that are now out in the West Bowl, I'm not sure. Possibly. See what we got going on down here. They're just doing their form and prep work down here in the East Bowl, so not a whole lot of significant activity that I can tell to my eye anyway. But they are making progress on down around here in the East Bowl too, doing all kinds of things that need to be done, infrastructure stuff, underground stuff that needs to be done for the future of the area. So I think I'm just going to wrap up my day here. Been down here for quite a while. Time is now 6:33 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So just gonna finish this up here, call it a day, and head back home and start all my editing work. Alrighty. June 30, 2022, last day of June here, so tomorrow we're into July, another month of adventure down at the Scottsdale Civic Center. Alright.